Morning students. Today we will talk about some definitions associated with spherical mirrors. So as I told you beforehand only that a spherical mirror, say I will take an example of say concave mirror. This piece of glass is a part of a sphere of given radius and center. One of the sides can be polished and it can be converted into a mirror. Now the definitions which we'll be using are to be remembered and you shall be able to draw it on the paper. Now see, I've just drawn the whole sphere of which this mirror has been a part. Now we'll talk about certain definitions. Number one is center of curvature. These will be later on used for image formation. And we'll talk about how to form the image due to a mirror. We'll be talking about these terms again and again. So you should be very familiar with it. Center of curvature, which will be denoted by C. And what is the center of curvature? It is the center of the sphere of which the mirror is a part. And the distance between center of curvature and the center of the mirror. The center of the mirror is known as, denoted by P, and what is this P? This is pole. So this is second term which you must know. The center of this reflecting surface is pole, denoted by P. The distance between the center of the sphere and pole of the mirror is known as radius of curvature. Radius of curvature. This is denoted by C. The midpoint exactly between center of curvature and pole is named as focus. So number 4 point is focus, which is denoted by F. The distance between focus and the pole is known as focal length. And is denoted by small f. So this distance from center of curvature to this is r, and from focus to the pole is small f. This focus is defined in other terms also. That I'll tell you when we'll do the rules for image formation. This area of the reflecting surface which is given for reflection is known as aperture. Is known as aperture. So these are the various definitions which you should know in case of spherical mirrors, and the same will hold good for convex mirror also. The only difference will be that in convex mirror the polishing will be from inside. But these quantities are going to remain the same. Now the difference will be, see, when you will have a concave mirror, I'll just rub this off. When you form the image, ray of light shall fall on the surface on the polished side, not on the polished side, on the other side of the polished one. Okay? So a ray of light which is coming like this, say it can come directly or it can come at an angle, striking on the given surface. So after striking, it will come back towards this side. In this case, when you are going to make an incident ray over here, so incident ray will come from this side because this is the surface which is going to reflect. So while making the diagrams or the ray diagrams for image formation, which you will be doing in detail, you have to keep in mind that the ray of light must be incident from on the reflecting side. So in convex mirror it will come like this, and in convex it will come from this side. If you change the side of the mirrors, like if you draw it like this, then the ray will come from this side. This is the only difference. This is on your choice, that whether you are going to polish it from this side or like you are making it this way or this way. Both are concave. If you are polishing it from this side, this is also concave mirror, this is also concave mirror. A ray of light which passes through the center of curvature and the pole. Say this is center of curvature and this is the pole. So a light ray which is passing through center of curvature and pole both, it is known as principal axis. Principal axis. So these are the few definitions which you must know to form the image, to draw the ray diagrams for convex mirror and concave mirror. So this definitions we have finished in this video. In the next video I'll tell you the rules to be used for making ray diagrams. Thank you.